Coming to you from the Black Goat 39 studios, this is the Guru Talkin Sports Podcast, episode 121. Now here's your host, the Guru of Sports.
Keep the lights out for this one, all right? If I do one, baby, 1 in 5. No one here gets out of line now. You get yours, mama, I'll get mine. Gonna make it, baby, if we try, yeah.
Hello, sports fans. Hello, sports fans, and welcome to the Guru Talkin Sports Podcast. This is episode 121, and it's 9 o'clock on July 3rd, 2022, one day before the big holiday, 4th of July. I want to say welcome in and thank you guys for listening. This is the Guru, and I am back, and I am fired up this morning because I got a lot of stuff to talk about, and believe me, I'm going to let Kevin Durant have it. I'm going to let him have it. Oh my gosh. I can't believe this week in sports for a summer week in sports has been one of the most explosive things I've ever seen in my lifetime. I have never seen anything like this. This has got to be one of the biggest sports weeks of any summer. I've never seen this before. So, I'm going to get into it. Woo! Let me start with what's coming up on the podcast today. We got the NBA free agency. I'm going to run down some of the deals that went through and, give you guys my thoughts and, what I think of some of these deals. I want to definitely talk about the second biggest story of the week was kind of buried between Kevin Durant and what's going on with Deshaun Watson. I don't know. I still don't really have an opinion on it, but I'm gonna say a few things about Deshaun Watson today. I know that I've been trying to wait and see with this whole situation, but I'm definitely going to talk about it. Like I said, this is NBA free agency stuff, and Kevin Durant requesting a trade has been like the biggest story here since last Thursday, or this past Thursday. USC and UCLA going to the Big Ten. And what does that mean? I definitely got some thoughts on that. I'm going to talk about a legend that passed away this week. And this kind of hits home for me because he shared my namesake, my last namesake, Briscoe. And I definitely want to share my thoughts about him and let you know how I felt about him. And even though that I never met the man, he was one of my Facebook friends, and I've reached out to him several times, but I think within the last year, his health started to decline, and we lost him on Tuesday of this week. I'm going to mention him. Also, I got a really, really good story about Mark Appel for the Philadelphia Phillies. I know, Philadelphia fan, you always say I don't say anything nice about you, but I got something really nice to say about Mark Appel, because this is a remarkable story, and I'm definitely going to have to get into that. Okay, now I know that some of you guys out there probably said you couldn't hear me too well, but I got a question. Hopefully that you can hear me right now. Listen to this. Let me get my sound up.
Screaming at the top of my lungs, Coach. I can't talk any louder than this.
What I'm going to do is right now is I'm going to go back in time and go back and try to play the cut again. Okay, here we go. We're going to start it all over again.
Hear me or what? I don't know. No, we're...
Now listen.
$1,200.
Don't listen to that.
$5,000.
Okay. Anyway, I don't know if you guys can hear me pretty good. Some people say they can't.
We are expecting Coach Joe.
You know what? Working the boards and trying to talk and do the show myself is a lot. But you know what? We're going to get through it. Believe me. I'm Guru ain't perfect. So you know what? This is not a perfect podcast. And when I say perfect podcast, that went out the door when I started with this thing. All right, I'm trying to play this cut here, a funny cut from Joe Paterno when he was living, and basically it's something that he said, and this was in response to the people out there that couldn't hear me. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can get this queued up.
Or what? I don't know.
No, we're in a pretty quiet area.
Okay, well, I'll try again. Yeah, let's absolutely.
Here we go. Can you hear me, Mad Dog?
Can you hear me, Mad Dog? Yeah, that was funny. I thought it was funny, and I'm sorry that it took me a little bit of stuff to try to get it, queued up right. But anyway, I want to thank you for listening to that. And also, hopefully you can hear me very loud and well. And let me talk about, like I said, everything. I hope that you can definitely hear me pretty good. Okay. All right. Now, couple of things before I start to go into this NBA thing. Kyrie and Kevin Durant, they won out of Brooklyn, and it just really pisses me off because, yeah, I am a Nets fan. Now, I'm not one of those fly-by-night Nets fans that just started liking them because Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving got on the team. No, I go back to the Jason Kidd, Albert King, Buck Williams days, Daryl Dawkins days. And like I said, I love the Lakers. Lakers is always going to be my heart. I even got something to mention about them damn fools out there in Los Angeles, because from what I'm hearing right now, and I don't know if it's true or not, but they might be talking about trading Russell Westbrook from Los Angeles over to Brooklyn in exchange for Kyrie Irving. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I heard it might be coming down today. I'll let you know. But anyway, like I said, I got some few new things that I was going to, mention to you. And like I said, the first thing is that Black Goat Entertainment is no longer. It's now called Black Goat Sports. Black Goat Sports Management told me to make sure that I mention that in the opening and make sure that I mention that at the ending. So I wanted to make sure that I mention it right now because I don't want to hear from the upstairs and let them know that, I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Now we are Black Goat Sports, and hopefully that name won't change anytime soon. I hope so. Also, we do have a drop now for our breaks. We've got a new voice how can I say this? This is a new voice actress that is participating in our podcast now, and what do we call her? The voice actress lady or something like that. We can call her that. She's a very, very nice person. And right now, I'm going to play the clip from it, and it's the Guru Talkin Sports podcast. That's what she says, and I really appreciate her for taking the time to help us out. So we're going to refer to her as the voice actress lady, and we can't give out her personal name, but we really appreciate her participating and helping us out. So without ado, I'm going to play the clip right now. Here we go.
You're listening to the Guru Talking Sports podcast.
That is awesome. Awesome. Excellent. Now, like I said, you'll hear that when I get ready to go to breaks. And I appreciate the voice actress lady. I know. It's like I really get a kick out of new things and adding new things. So, like I said, when we go to break, we'll definitely we'll be hearing her voice after I say, hang with us, we'll be right back or so, and then she'll come in. Okay, now I'm getting a sign that I'm probably going to have to take a break here pretty soon. I know the opening is not that long, but like I said, I got a lot of stuff to get to, and I want to make sure that Kevin Durant gets it. And, you know, I'm just really, really dissatisfied with my two basketball teams right now. And I'm going to talk about some of the moves in this league that, you know, might be an impact. Right now, if you're out there, the betting favorite right now to win the NBA championship for next season is the Boston Celtics. They got better. Yeah, they got better. And guess what? I don't want them to win a 18th title. Not when the Lakers are at 17 tied with them. It can't happen. So, like I said, well, I'm going to take a break, and we're going to come back here. We're going to talk some stuff. I'm going to let Kevin Durant have it, and I want you guys to know that I really appreciate you guys, you know, hanging in there and through the technical difficulties and, you know, like I said, you know, all that stuff that happened, whatever. I really appreciate you guys. So, you know, just hang with me. All right. We're going to our first break, and we're going to hear the voice actress lady, and we appreciate her. So, here we go. All right.
You're listening to the Guru.
I know. She said that. Hold on, voice actress lady. I know. I'm just so funny. It's just so funny to me that, you know, I'm trying to do everything like I usually do. Katie Guru ain't here. I don't know where. On my cool Mraz flamingo suit, and I'm going to walk around and, you know, just act like a turkey and act like a fool, whatever I do. You know what I do. But anyway, I appreciate it. And like I said, we're going to break right now. And please come back with us on the other side. And now we have voice activation lady or actress lady. I got to remember what
you're listening.
Here she go.
You're listening to the Guru Talking Sports podcast.
Welcome back to the Guru Talking Sports podcast. This is episode 121. I want to say thank you once again for listening. And I had a lot of technical difficulties here in the first part. I definitely want to say that I am just doing this by myself like usual. Katie Guru ain't here. Also, I wanted to mention that we're going to listen to some more of Cousin Aaron. And Cousin Aaron, he's always going to be a part of this podcast, no matter what. Matter of fact, I wanted to make sure that I had his chair put up. At the beginning, when I first started the podcast today, I didn't open up his chair, but now his chair is sitting right here. I made sure I did that during the break. We can go a lot of different angles, but I definitely got to go Kevin Durant first because this is like the biggest thing that happened on Thursday. Now, Kyrie opted into $36, $37 million or whatever. And then the same day, I guess, or a couple days before, I think he did it on Monday or Tuesday or something like that, before Wednesday or so. Kevin Durant asked for a trade. So what do we get out of this? Nothing. As a Brooklyn Nets fan, we get nothing. And you know what? I hate to say this, but I'm looking right now that this could be a team. This could be a team with Russell Westbrook and Ben Simmons. No Kyrie, no Kevin Durant. It's sad. It's really sad. You know, I really don't understand why he would want to leave. This dude is the most happiest, how do you say that? The most unhappiest superstar I ever seen in my life. And I don't think anyone else in this world could ever see this. Nobody thought this was coming. Nobody thought this was coming. Man, he just fucked over the Nets. Both of them did. Just fucked over the Nets. Excuse the expression, but yeah, let's call it like it's said. Dry humped them and fucked them over. Oh, gosh. You know, I look at it this way. Kevin Durant could have had this team, this Nets team, and okay, if they shipped out Kyrie, they could have brought in some more pieces to build around him to make this Nets team better. Didn't want it. Now he said he wants to go play with Phoenix or Miami. You know what the Nets should do? Ship his ass to Sacramento. Or ship his ass to, let's say, back to Oklahoma City. Or ship his ass down to Orlando. Or Houston. One of those teams that is basically ain't going to win a championship ain't no time soon. I don't understand it. I just don't understand it. You had everything here. You had everything. The Nets gave up every draft pick they had to make you happy, and yet and still, what do? You turn around and kick them in the ass. And for the Nets, I hate to say this, there's only one word that comes to mind when I think about this, and it's the word bohica. That's right. Bend over, here it comes again. Another round of dealing with players that don't want to be there and players that just don't care about the game. Loyalty? Huh. What the fuck is that anymore? There's no loyalty in sports. There's no loyalty in sports. We just seen that with Durant and Kyrie. They just, bohica the Nets, and that was it. You know what? I'm just so fed up with him. And he basically made me lose all respect for him. I had all the respect for Kevin Durant when he came to Brooklyn, followed Kyrie, and said, hey, I want to have my own team or whatever. And now you did this. You did this. Done with you, man. I'm done. I was the biggest Kevin Durant defender, when it was, people on social media going at him, and I was trying to defend him and stuff like that. I tweeted at him a couple times saying, hey, look, don't worry about the haters, But what happens? Turn around and just basically kick me in my butt. And I'm a fan of his. I like him. I think he's like one of the most talented basketball players I've ever seen. And now you do this. Dirty son of a gun, you. You dirty rascal. That's it. All right. Done talking about him. All right. What they're saying is that they're trying to get rid of Russell Westbrook for Kyrie, and then they're talking about the Lakers said that they want Steph Curry, and they might have to take on the contract of Joe Harris. Hey, you know what? I'll take that. I'll take Kyrie and Joe Harris and Steph Curry. I'll take that if I was the Lakers. Give up Westbrook, whatever his name is. Give him, I don't know. Give him something, maybe a future draft pick in 2045 or whatever. I don't care. Just give him, and we know how Kyrie is. We don't know if he's going to play or if he's going to go take a birthday party or I don't know. We don't know. Got to do something. And you know what? I would get rid of those old folks that they have on that damn Lakers squad too. So get rid of the old folks. Bring in Kyrie. And I mean, hey, if you get Steph Curry, you got a 3-point shooter. And Joe Harris, pick up his option. And you know what? Keep him on the team. Joe Harris can play. He can shoot 3-pointers. Better than Westbrook. I don't know. All right. So some of these deals got done. Devin Booker made sense. 4 years, $224 million. That was a good deal. The Joker got 5 years, $270 million. I think that was a really good deal. The Nuggets are definitely trying to build a team around him and make him, hey, he's a superstar. And, MVP, 2-time MVP, I definitely would give it to him. John Morant got an extension, 5 years, $193 million, which is a good deal. I thought it was a good deal. John Wall to the Clippers. Has he played? He hasn't played in like a couple of years, so I don't know what that is. It doesn't matter to me. What I'm worried about is this one. Malcolm Brogdon going to the Celtics, and they needed a point guard. And now they can put Marcus Smart back at the 2 guard or wherever he plays. And you know what? That kind of scares me now because, like I said, Boston look like they're trying to do something to get back to the NBA Finals and win a championship. Karl Anthony Towns got 4 years, $224 million, which is a good deal, really good deal, because now they got Rudy Gobert, and Rudy Gobert goes to the Timberwolves with Karl Anthony Towns, and that's going to be a hell of a lineup right there. And they traded Beasley, Beverly, Vanderbilt, and Bolomar, or whatever his name is, for 22 first rounder and 4 other future first round draft picks. So Jazz is going to get a lot of draft picks, and we don't know still what Donovan Mitchell is going to do. We don't know. All right. James Harden opted out of $47 million, clear some cap space so they can get P.J. Tucker on the Sixers. But guess what? It doesn't matter. Sixers ain't going to do nothing anyway. I hate to say it, Philadelphia fan. I don't see anything big from the Sixers. The process is dead. They you know what? Sixers are going to be the Sixers. It doesn't matter. Zach LaVine got 5 years, $215 million, which is a good deal. Now Chicago's going to be pretty good, if they can get past Milwaukee in that division, they should be pretty good. Jalen Brunson got 4 years, $104 million from the Knicks, and they finally got a point guard that they needed, and that was a good deal. Bradley Beal re-signed with the Wizards for 5 years, $251 million. I don't know why. He doesn't want to go to a winner. He just wants to stay there and collect money. Speaking of somebody collecting money, Zion got 5 years, $183 million. And he only played 85 games in his career. What the hell is the Pelicans thinking about? I wouldn't have gave that man $183. I mean, hell, he hasn't played. Got fat. Don't want to work out. You know. But you know what? I think the Pelicans are still going to be a good team. Without Zion. Because you know what? If I was a GM of a team, let's say the Lakers or the Nets, I would try to go out and get Brandon Ingram. Brandon Ingram's a player. But you know what? I don't think that either the Nets or the Lakers are going to probably try to give up anything to try to get him. I know he's probably still under contract, but it's better than nothing. All right. Anyway, like I said before, this free agency thing was really wild. There's a lot of other deals that went down. I'm not going to run through all of them, but these are some of the notable ones that I definitely wanted to talk about. I don't know what the Pelicans are thinking. Zion, he's good. He can dunk and all that stuff on YouTube and all that other stuff. But yet and still, he didn't even play this year. And you know what? They still made the playoffs. It doesn't matter. I don't know. Zion is probably the most overhyped basketball player in the last couple of years. Several years. Oh, if Memphis wouldn't have picked Ja Morant. What happened? I mean, if New Orleans would have picked Ja Morant, what would have happened? Man, that would have been a nice team. But now, guess what? You're stuck with Zion and giving him that 5-year, $183 million contract. And you know what he's going to do? He's going to be sitting out there downtown, wherever, he's going to be on that one street down in New Orleans. See, I've never been to New Orleans, so I can't, and he's going to be eating gumbo and getting fat. I don't know. Still, the main team in New Orleans is the Saints, so ain't got nothing to worry about. All right, anyway, I'm going to finish it up with this. I'm going to say this, and, NBA free agency is good. I like NBA free agency because you always have something. Didn't expect that bombshell to be blasted on me on Thursday, but you see what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. All right, I'll tell you what. I'm going to take a break from here now, and I'll be right back on the other side, and we're going to talk a little bit about the big shakeup in college football, and we're going to talk about Deshaun Watson and his situation, which is not really good, but I got some thoughts on that situation too. Anyway, we'll be right back after this, and please stick with us. You're listening to episode 121 of the Guru Talkin Sports Podcast, and here's my friend, the voice actress lady. Hold on.
You're listening to the Guru Talking Sports Podcast.
Welcome back to the Guru Talking Sports Podcast. This is episode 121. I meant to tell you guys that I don't know what it is, but a theme of mine now is come on with the Doors. You guys know I love the Doors, so I'm going to probably open up my shows from now on with the Doors or some kind of something that's pretty good that I like, that Black Ghost Sports doesn't care what I put on. And, I can, play cuts or whatever, do drops or whatever. So, I definitely want to come on with something good and kind of cool. Now, like I said, we're playing 2 halves today. This is the first half. And I really appreciate you guys listening. Oh, man. You think Thursday was crazy, but this story got overshadowed by Kevin Durant's dumbness, or I ain't going to say dumbness. Let's say stupidity. No, can't say stupidity. Greed. Greed. Loyalty. He doesn't have that. Okay, so this got buried under Kevin Durant's whining. Maybe I could say whining. Or wanting to get out of Brooklyn. All right, UCLA and USC are going to the Big Ten. That's right. Can you believe this? Maryland, University of Maryland, Rutgers, Iowa, Ohio State, Penn State, and that team from up north. Sorry, Rob. I couldn't do it. Michigan. But anyway, I had to say it. Sorry, Rob. Anyway, Michigan, they're all going to be playing Southern Cal and UCLA. Does that sound right? I don't understand this. This is, okay, we got over the shock and awe of Texas and Oklahoma going to the, SEC. So what's next? What's next? I can see probably Clemson and Miami, Florida State going to the SEC. There's no more Power 5 conferences. It's getting ready to be a Power 2. And they're still waiting on Notre Dame to figure out what they're going to do. I don't get it. I mean, this is not. I mean, if you had to, let's say, all right, I'm trying to use this analogy, and I know it's kind of morbid or whatever, but let's say like if you brought back, let's say Joe Paterno, and he looked around college football and saw this, he wouldn't even recognize it. Probably wouldn't recognize it, and believe me, a lot of people that follow college sports and know college sports, and what the hell is this? You got Maryland playing UCLA in a conference game? What the hell is that? It's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. Now the Pac-12 is not going to be the Pac-12. They're going to go back to, I guess they're going to call themselves the Pac-10 again. And they're probably looking, there's a couple more schools that probably might join the Big Ten. Or the schools that are left behind, like Oregon State, Washington, Arizona State, Cal, Stanford. Excuse me, I'm running my words together. Anyway. Guru get excited when he, talks about this stuff. But anyway, all those teams that are like left with the bag of the Pac-10 now, probably going to have to figure out where to go. And you know what? It might not be a Pac-10, 12, or even an 8. That conference might be gone. Of all the tradition and all the stuff that we thought about, when Ohio State would go to the Rose Bowl, when we go to the Rose Bowl, who are we going to face? USC or Oregon, Washington State, Arizona? Maybe not Arizona State, because Arizona State doesn't play that good. I mean, they got problems of their own. I just can't imagine Ohio State playing USC in a conference game. It's ridiculous. But you know what? It's all about the money. It's all about the money. Guess what? When they go in to that conference, when UCLA and USC go into the conference, guess how much money they're going to make? Over $100 million. And guess what? That's for every single team or school in that conference. They're going to be raking in some money. It's ridiculous, man. But see, that's the thing. The SEC started all this stuff, but you know what? I'm a Big Ten guy, and we're going to end it. Definitely going to end it. Hey, why not bring Oregon, Washington, a couple more big schools into the fray, into our house? Make a super conference, yeah. This will teach the SEC. Or will it? That's the question. Or will it teach the SEC to stay in pat and stay in their lane? We don't know. All right, now I'm gonna go to this Deshaun Watson thing. We're waiting. They had the hearing with the judge and everything. Now she's got to make a decision or whatever. From what I'm hearing, they're talking about a year suspension. You know, but the NFL's got to make this right. They got to make this right. Because I look at it this way. Okay, he didn't do any criminal act. We'll just say that he's a creep and he's, a nasty guy or whatever. From a couple things I heard about, from the women that, mentioned this in their depositions and all, he's a creep. Dude's a creep. But you got to remember one thing. He didn't do anything criminal. He didn't break any laws. He did do something creepy, nasty. Let's get down right to it. Something, sexually inappropriate. But we got to look at it this way. NFL has got to do something. NFL has definitely have to do something. If they suspend this guy for like maybe 6 or 4 games or whatever, it's not going to work. It's definitely not going to work. They're going to have to do something. But then again, how can you suspend somebody for not doing anything criminal? Now, I'm on the fence of he should be punished for his stupidity and what he did to those women. And, there's still 4 or 5, or there might even be more women coming forward in this situation. I just don't understand. He didn't do anything criminal. He did something creepy. A lot of people do a lot of creepy shit. I gotta admit. But you know what? The thing about it is that if you're in a situation where you're a professional athlete, you always gotta cover your ass. Always. And in this case, he didn't. He didn't cover his ass. Now he finds himself in a world of shit. Excuse the expression. But see, I look at it this way. You gotta be professional in everything you do. You gotta be professional. If you got creepy habits or forms or whatever, go to a therapist and work that shit out. But the thing about it is that when you are in the public eye and you have to do something and you have to protect your image and do the right thing, do the right thing. From what I heard, some of these women have some very, very damaging stories. And believe me, I just, it's very inappropriate for me to talk about. And I don't want to talk about that, But it gets to me because the thing is that, you got all this money. You got all this kind of like fame. Why you just can't do the fucking right thing? Excuse the expression. Why you can't do the right thing? And the Browns now, I ain't even mentioned the Browns. Browns are screwed. Browns are screwed. Now they got to figure out who they're going to have for a quarterback. And you know what? Baker Mayfield don't want a quarterback for him. Jacoby Brissett is going to be a starting quarterback if Watson gets some time. Let's say like if he gets like maybe a year, you're going to roll with Jacoby Brissett. That's what you're rolling with. Cleveland's going to be a bottom feeder. I can tell you that right now. If you do that. All right, I do want to mention some baseball, and I really want to give a big props and shout out to Mark Appel. Mark Appel was drafted by the Houston Astros back in 2013. Played at Stanford, had some problems, and he didn't play. Got to give it to him. He made his major league debut a couple days ago for the Philadelphia Phillies. And, 30 years old, he made his major league debut. And it's a great story because, I remember when he was drafted by Houston when they were terrible, when Houston was going through their thing. That was before all the cheating and all that other stuff. Mark Appel was one of those guys that was going a first-round draft pick that was going to be one of the cornerstones of that Houston Astros rebuild. But he got hurt, didn't play, and he made it back to the major leagues, which is a really remarkable story. And I got to give it to him. I really got to give him big props for it. Got to give him big props for it. All right. Tell you what, we're going to take a break. And we get to hear from our voice actress lady again. And on the other side, I'm going to talk about a legend that we lost here this week. And we're going to have some Cousin Aaron stuff. And we'll be right back. I meant to tell you also, Goody is going to be here to end this first half. Are you ready, Goody? All right, Goody, take us home. In the first half. You said he wanted to do something. All right, you did something. Thank God, whatever. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening to the Guru Talkin Sports Podcast, episode 121. We will be right back on the other side. We're going to the second half. I'm going to give some big props to a couple people, and then we're going to get out of here. You guys take care. Stick with us. Oh, I ain't going nowhere. I'm just saying that. Just stick with us. We will be right back, and here's my voice actress lady. Be right back.
You're listening to the Guru Talking Sports Podcast.
Welcome back to the Guru Talking Sports Podcast, episode 121. And I want to tell you guys a little bit of funny something that happened to me this week. What I usually do when I'm driving, when I'm at work, I listen to a morning show that is very, very, very refreshing. And I love Damon Amendola and show that he puts on, and it's very, 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 very funny. See, my thing is that if I do something really funny, or if I laugh at myself and all like that, it makes my day go by a lot easier. I have the job of a lifetime that I really enjoy. And I wanted to make sure that I got a cut that I'm going to play. This was me on the radio the other day, last Thursday, right before all this shit happened with Kevin Durant and UCLA and USC. I want to say thank you. I want to give a heartfelt shout out to my man. I mentioned his name a little bit earlier, Rob in the 321. Now, I'm gonna tell you like this, you guys. There's people in life have rivals. You might not think that you do, but everybody in life has a rival. Rob is a dedicated Michigan football, basketball fan. He's a dedicated Michigan guy. I am a dedicated Ohio State guy. So you can see that right now that this is not a really good friendship. But it is a good friendship because we both respect each other. Rob is a great guy, and I really appreciate him. And, he got me into this group of the aliens from the show that are very, everybody in there. There's 17 of us in here in this group. And I really appreciate them. I didn't really want to, tell the secrets, but, we're really good. I'm not going to tell you the name of the group, but, I really appreciate my friends. And I just wanted to give him a shout out and the other 16 people in our group. Really, really appreciate you guys. This is, I've been listening to talk radio for years now. I'm talking years. Man, I go way back. I go back to some guys like my main man was Papa Joe Chevalier years ago. And he was on Sporting News Radio. Rest in peace, Papa Joe. Oh, that's not Papa John. Papa Joe Chevalier. He was something else. He was great. I called him a couple times and I really enjoyed him. Go back to the days of the early days of Jim Rome. And Jim Rome is a great, great radio guy. I love radio. Years ago, my radio career expands like maybe a couple of months or so. When I was living out in California, I went to a broadcast school, got my broadcaster's license, and I had to do shows on this network. And they would promote the show and they would put the show out there and all. But I ended up with a radio position, which was not really it was really, really local and very, very small radio station. And to tell you the truth, I can't even remember the call letters or so, call number and all that. But I used to do farm reports, and I would do them like maybe like a 4-minute farm report, which is kind of crazy because, like I said, I can't even remember. I don't have any tapes, video or audio tapes. I think I left all that stuff when I left California. And I just want to say that my career, I mean, I don't mind doing this because I like doing this. And like I told you before, said this a while back, I'm in the minor leagues. And I really enjoy what I'm doing. I enjoy the job that I have, my professional job that I have. I enjoy doing this because, like I said, I'm in the minor leagues and I love it. You know what? I don't think I would want to go to the big leagues. I wouldn't want to go to the big leagues. I mean, hey, if this podcast gets bigger, then that's fine. But I like what I'm doing right now. You know, and this brings me to this cut because I want you to listen to what I said, if you can. Here we go. And remember now, my Twitter handle name is Mac and Bear Delaware. And here we go. This is what happened on Thursday.
I love it. I also I saw me dad. I got into that Irish accent after the St. Patty's Day parade. I saw me dad. Saw me dad over the weekend. He's a good lad.
This one keeps me laughing all the time. All the
time. Mac and Bear Delaware on a thirsty Thursday. Good morning, Mac.
Hey, good morning, guys. How's everybody?
Doing well, man. How you doing?
Oh, I'm great, man. Hey, DA, I want to say thank you, man, and big props and Brucey's to you for talking about that story about being happy with taking less money. Hey, honestly, I have a great job. Yeah, I could have made more money out there driving for another company, but you know what? I'm very happy with what I'm doing right now. And I want to say that, you know, you guys are Hall of Fame class, man. I really appreciate you guys, especially my buddy, my good old friend, my flamingo brother, Shawnee. What's going on, man?
What's up, Mac?
Hey, man. Hey, man. You are the silliest thing on the radio, but you know what? I say this in all respect, man. You guys, I just love you guys, man. You guys do a great job. And believe me, hey, Pete, do me a favor when I get off here. Can you give me a ho sports jive? Because that's my thing, man. I love that cut, man. I love that cut. You guys, hey, Brewskis to you guys, and you know, like I say, for all the DLNs, Mac loves you, baby. I love you guys, and thank you. And DA, I saw your nomad when you went up to the ballpark, and you went back to your old ballpark.
Yeah.
And that was great, man. That was great. And hopefully, you know, you guys, I hopefully get to see you down in Baltimore someday.
Yeah, absolutely. We'd love to see you, Mac, and thank you for all the kind words. Pete the Body Bilotti has you queued up.
Booskies!
Ho, ho, ho. Sports Giants.
I would love to do a Who Wore It Best, like Us Weekly. Mraz and Mac and Bear, who both have the flamingo outfits. And I gotta say, Mac destroys you.
You will not get any fight back on me. Mac looks great in that flamingo outfit. Again, I look like a pig. Yeah. Struggle to watch the Bob's Bar Show.
Yeah. Basically, Mac and Bear wears a flamingo outfit, and it looks like a Pro Bowl safety is like in Honolulu for the Pro Bowl. You wear it, and it makes you look like a piggy bank.
I didn't think they were close.
Anyway, that was just a little bit of a phone call that I made the other day. And, you know, I usually don't call a lot because, one, I don't want to bug anybody. You know, that's my thing. I don't want to bug people while they're doing their job and everything because, you know, they got a lot of stuff to do. They got a lot of stuff to do. They got a show to prepare for that goes out nationwide. And, you know, for me to say that on national radio means a lot to me because I really appreciate the job that I do. Yeah, we could have chased more money or whatever, but you know what? That's the type of loyalty I have for my company and the people that I work for. And see, that's the thing. If Kevin Durant, I'm not comparing myself to Kevin Durant, but if Kevin Durant could see what I do and basically be happy with it, he wouldn't be in the firestorm that he's in right now. And this is a part of me. This is what I do. Like I said, I have a great job. I work for some great people. You know, I've done everything. I would literally run through a wall for them if they asked me to, because that's the type of people I work for, and I really appreciate them. And, for me to go on national radio and say that means a lot because that's just the way I feel. That's just the way I feel. And the thing is that, hey, look, times were tough. Times were tough. It took me a long time to find something that I really like and enjoy doing and just being a part of. This company made me feel like I'm family. Not a number, not a name, not a just, they make you feel like family. That's why I said I will do everything I can in my will to make sure that I do the best job for them. Okay. Now, we lost a legend on Tuesday. Marlin Briscoe. I share his last name. His name is Marlin Briscoe. He was a pioneer. And I want you guys to know that I really, really admired him for everything that he did. One of the greatest, not really, the greatest player, but for him, he was a great, great individual. I didn't know him personally. Like I said, I tried to message him a couple times on Facebook and didn't get a chance to. Talk to him. But I want you guys to know that Marlin Briscoe was a pioneer. He was the first African American quarterback in the NFL. And I know that this day I know that one day I was going to be able to sit up here and talk about him and how great he was. But I just, it's hard. It's hard when you see people like this pass away without any real recognition. I saw I got CBS Sunday Morning on, and they put up a picture of him and made note of his passing. But we will never know from him to our family if he's a relative. Like I said, I mentioned this to a couple friends of mine. I got to maybe close to 300 or 400 people in my family. So I'm not sure if he's actually a relative or if he comes down the line as a relative. Now, I know I do have a cousin named Marlin Briscoe that lives in Baltimore. And he's my Uncle Leroy's oldest son. But I don't know if the Marlin Briscoe that just passed away for the Denver Broncos or professional football player was relative. So, like I said, someone turned me on to 23andMe. I'm going to definitely look on to that. I'm like the guy that researches everything and tries to find out all my family. Remember a couple of weeks ago, or maybe it was last week, I got in touch with some people that live down in Virginia that I haven't spoken to in 50 years. So I'm going to definitely reach out and try to find out. Here's a clip from, I think it was a Denver News that paid tribute to Marlin, Channel 9 in Denver. And also I want to give a congratulations to the Colorado Avalanche for winning the Stanley Cup, which I knew they would. Okay, here's a cut for Marlin Briscoe.
He was a Denver Bronco who broke barriers. In his rookie year here, Marlin Briscoe became the first black starting quarterback in the modern era of pro football. He died today at a hospital in Southern California. He made history at Mile High Stadium on October 6th of 1968, playing against the Cincinnati Bengals. That season was only one for him here in Denver. He was actually the runner-up for the AFL Rookie of the Year. He reflected on what it was like to make history when we had a chance to speak with him last year.
All the turmoil that was prevalent, in our world. And so, since so many changes was happening, you know, in our culture. The quarterback breakthrough as a black quarterback in our society just seems appropriate.
Briscoe was nicknamed the Magician. He would later win 2 Super Bowl rings with the Miami Dolphins as a wide receiver. The Broncos remember him as a man who shattered barriers and someone who paved the way for others. Marlin Briscoe was 76 years old.
If you're a homeowner...
76 years old, and it was a very, very life fulfilled. I remember him as a couple different with a couple different teams, and one thing they can never take away from him is that he was on the only undefeated football team in the NFL, the Miami Dolphins, when they beat the Washington football team back in 74. I might be wrong on the year, but he was on that team that went undefeated. Briscoe played for the Denver Broncos, the Buffalo Bills, the Miami Dolphins when he won 2 Super Bowls, and 72 and 74, from 72 to 74. He also played with the Detroit Lions, San Diego Chargers, and the New England Patriots in 1976 when he retired. University of Nebraska, Omaha. His birthday is actually a week before my little kid's birthday, on September 10th. He died on June 27th in Norwalk, California. He was a 14th round pick in the 1968 NFL draft by the Denver Broncos. Well, which was the AFL at that time. He was in Pro Bowl. He had 1 Pro Bowl and 2 championship rings. They called him the Magician only because he was basically Michael Vick and Lamar Jackson, and you know, he was something else. He was basically like a running quarterback, and he had a good arm too. In that one game that they mentioned, he played, and he was something else. He was only played, 1 year quarterback, but it was a situation where he had to play because their starting quarterback got hurt, and I remember a story where he said that they thought they was going to bring him back as a quarterback, but they didn't the next year and didn't give him the opportunity. But, I look at it this way. We won't remember a lot of the guys that came after him, like James Harris, Vince Evans, Joe Gilliam. We don't really remember too many of those guys. But, they laid the bridge for guys like Mike Vick, Lamar Jackson, all these other guys that are good quarterbacks, African-American quarterbacks. We had to pay tribute to him because, like I mentioned before, is that we don't know if he's one of my relatives, and also that he has a special place in history. And what I'm trying to do is try to collect all of his jerseys that he had and jersey numbers. And I only have 1 Denver Bronco jersey, and that's Elway's. But I do like the number 15. I do like the number 86 my favorite number is 39, so I'm definitely going to have to pick up one of his jerseys. Actually, I want to get the Miami Dolphins 86 jersey. And my name is kind of easy to remember because I share the same name with one of the greatest players, greatest and most dynamic players that ever played this game. And he was always to me, Marlin Briscoe will always be a pioneer and a champion. Rest in peace, Marlin, and hope everything is well. And, you know, I never, you will get the credit that you earn years from now. I think you will. I think you will, and I think history will be a little bit kinder to you because of, you know, even though that you didn't get the recognition, I think history will be recognizing you. I think the Broncos might recognize him later on or in this season. Hopefully they do. I would like to see a tribute to him, or even retire his number 15. Now we go from Marlin Briscoe to Cousin Aaron. Now remember, we was just talking about football teams. And here's a conversation with me and Cousin Aaron talking about the renaming of his Washington football team. Check this cut out.
I don't know. I just look at it this way. Antonio Brown has done a lot of crazy things, and I think this had definitely took the cake. It definitely took the cake. Mm-hmm. All right, well, I'm going to end on that note about him. I'm tell you the truth, I'm really through with him and his antics. And from what I've seen the other day, I'm just totally, hey, I'm glad it's over for me. I ain't got nothing else to say about it. All right, now, Cousin Aaron, I want to ask you about your football team that you follow, the Washington football team. They're going to change their name on Groundhog Day, which is the 2nd of February. Do you think that they're going to go with that name, the Washington Admirals, or what do you think that they're going to go with?
They're going to find something. Whether it's the Admirals, the Congressman, or whatever, they're going to find something because the pressure is on Dan Snyder. They should call it the Washington Snyder team because they're not going to do anything until he leaves that team. Whoever is going to attempt to buy it, he won't cut it loose, man. He got too much bread, too much money. But the Admirals, it seems fit. I would stay with the Washington football team. That's what they are. They're not a baseball team. I don't really have any, how can I put it, any personal choice. But the Redskins was fine with me. But you know how that turned out. The pressure came from the Native Americans, and I thought personally it was an honor, but they didn't think so. So the pressure was put on them. Washington has to, they got to get the team straight, first of all. They are with the name. But the Admirals seem fit. So does a whole bunch of other names I can think of. But they're going to change it. I believe they're going to change it. Like I said, enough is enough, Guru. Enough is enough, man. Change the name and be done with it. And improve your team.
Yeah, that was Cousin Aaron's thoughts on the Washington football team and their name change. Now, I'm going to be searching for more cuts, and I think I played most of the cuts that he had on the podcast. But like I said, I'm going to have to do some research. Since I'm off today, tomorrow, and I don't have to go back to work until like early Tuesday morning, I'm definitely going to be looking around for some more some more insights and some stuff, that me and him talked about on this podcast. All right, basically that's it. So, also another thing that I definitely got to finish is the schedule for my fantasy football team. I got to do that. I've been working out. I need to get some more workout time in, and I'm gonna hopefully it can stop raining out here. Took me a nice little walk this morning, and got me some exercise in. I'll be hitting the bike a little bit later. Probably spend about like maybe 2 half-hour sessions on the bike today. I gotta get this weight down because I look at it this way. Hey, look, driving all day and eating and stuff like that. Oh man, I didn't realize that you can jump them pounds can add on. I'm up to about 100 or 220, 221 right now. So I got to get my weight down. I definitely got to get my weight down. It doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good. Doesn't feel healthy to me. I've never been this heavy before. I've never been this heavy. I'm a light guy. I used to be a light guy, light on the feet and everything. Also, I want to make sure that, funny joke of the week, poo-poo of the week, all these things will be back during the summertime right now since there's not too much going on. Hopefully, we don't have any more big breaking news. I try to get guests on and I try to, kind of focus on, people out there, and like with us losing Cousin Aaron, I wanted to make sure that I get more time with him and, some of the conversations that he had with us. And I hope that Cousin Aaron's looking down on me right now saying, Guru, you're still a fool, but you're doing a good job. That's all I want to do is a good job. Now, I definitely want to tell you guys, let's see. What is it? What I want to tell you guys? Follow us on YouTube, The Guru of Sports Show on YouTube. Facebook, Gurus Briscoe, Gurus. And Gurus means your platforms, including Spreaker, Spotify, Podcast Gurus. I think that's a new one that I saw myself on, or saw the podcast on. iTunes, iHeartRadio. Want to say big props and shout outs to the Mary Mac Show on Grief, and check out her website, The Grief Authority. I listened to a very, very good podcast from her the other day. And I've actually started something called Mary Mac Mondays. So usually every Monday I usually try to get in and listen to her podcast. And it makes my day. And she's very good. We built a very good rapport and very good friendship. And I support her. I definitely need to get those books that she advertised. And I'll pay for them. I definitely will. Because she's that good. I really, really appreciate that. My man, Jeff Duarte, Cali Sports News, appreciate you. The Young GM podcast, Cousin Curtis, and his grandson, Jarrett, appreciate him. The D Illuminati Originals, I appreciate you all. Appreciate all my DA show brothers and sisters. I really care about you guys, and I really hope that, you have a great, safe weekend, and stay safe, please. Mac loves you, baby. You know that. My hip-hop brothers and my main man, Mr. Danny Rivera, appreciate you. And I can't forget my baseball insider, Mr. Dave May Jr., my Blue Jays. Our Blue Jays have been taking a beating a little bit, but we should be back. We should be getting into the playoffs, hopefully. I'll talk to him before. I'll probably talk to him today or tomorrow. So, all right, crew, Caden Guru. Who was never here, but he was here a couple weeks ago. Ray Guru is my musical director and technical advisor. Dante Guru is my backup show host and show advisor. We got to give props, big props to the newest member of our family, the voice actress lady. We appreciate you, voice actress lady. And I am just so excited that I have a voice actress lady that we can actually go to. We're definitely going to make you a star. We really appreciate you. And we really appreciate, you participating and making us, helping us with this podcast, helping us, moving us down the road, as we say. And also, we also give big props and shout out to Cousin Aaron. Wherever you are, Cousin Aaron, we love you. We appreciate you. Like I said, our motto and slogan is this. This has been a Black Goat production for Black Goat Sports. Copyright 2022, all rights reserved. We don't hate, we congratulate. We always create, and we don't steal from anyone. We give credit where credit is due. That's the main thing. And I tell myself, and I tell my crew, make sure you give credit where credit is due. And don't take anybody or anything for granted. Use the hashtag Guru Talkin Sports Podcast. And that's where you can find me on Instagram as well. Guru Talkin Sports _podcast. And you also can find me at GOAT39. And like I said, my screen name and username is Mac in Bear, Delaware. All right. Got to get out of here. But anyway, I want to say thank you guys for listening. Sorry about all the technical difficulties because I'm the only one here doing this because Katie Guru isn't here. He doesn't want to. Anyway, thank you. Call the Guru. Don't forget to call the Guru at 302-468-7239. 302-468-7239. Black Goat Sports wanted me to say that because I'm getting the sign to say, hey, don't forget the phone number. Shout out to everyone out there. It's a long list. I really appreciate everyone. My friend Kate, I want to say thank you. Denise Hyde, thank you. Jeff Brown, Keith Stewart. My man Big Al. Oh, Big Al. Big Al, check it out. It was great to see you on Friday. Big Al getting ready to retire. I'm definitely going to have to try to come back over there and see you before you split. My man Kareem, his son, appreciate him too. Jamie Dorsey, my man Mike Fox, Bella B, Jeff in Southland, Rick in Buffalo, Mel, really appreciate you. Good to talk to you, and God bless you. God will be with you, definitely. And hopefully everything works out. You know what I'm talking about. Lori, Adriana, Rob in the 321, Panley, Coach, Dave Shepard, the D-Aliens, all the D-Aliens, and the DA show crew, DA, Mraz, Andrew Bogish, and Pete Bellotti. Really appreciate you guys. Thank you. And God bless you guys. I really appreciate everything that you do. And I really appreciate you guys. Okay, guys, we got to get out of here. And like we always do, we're going to leave it at a moment of silence for Cousin Aaron, who's looking down on us and saying, that damn Guru, he did it again, acting like a fool. All right, guys, we'll see you next week. Be safe. The Guru will see you real soon. Later.